How's it going? I just want to talk because I'm scared. I'm in a lot of pain. My vision's distorted and messed up. My world around me has come to a pinpoint of suffering, and that sucks. That sucks. And I would say I wouldn't wish it upon anybody else, but if there was a button in front of me that said, push this button and somebody else will get it, and it's just somebody else, arbitrary, I'd hit it so fast. I've had my turn, it's somebody else's turn, which may make me a bad person. That you can judge that for yourself, but ultimately there's a certain point where you hit your threshold. But I don't have that choice. I can't do deals with the devil. I can't lose my leg to get my life back. Can't lose an eye to get my life back. I can't lose a finger or a hand or my dog, or there's no deals with the devil. So it's just you and the devil that be, that is just the universe shitting in your face. And it's just the universe. It's just physiological things, physical things that happen, and they happen to real experiencing people. But the universe is blind, and yet it can have such a significant impact on something that can actually perceive, such as me. Sorry if you hear the AC going there, but I have an appointment on just a few days, 4 days, to see my neurologist again. And I'm hoping for a treatment plan. And, my mom asked me, she said, what do you want out of this appointment? I said, I want a treatment plan. And she said, that's what we're going to get. Because I've done every test possible. I've had 3 lumbar punctures. I really don't want another lumbar puncture, please. I will ultimately have one when they have to check to see if things are improving. I've had all the blood draws tests possible, all the labs tests possible. They're literally pouring I don't know when, at some point, pouring my spinal fluid on slices of rat brain to see if it sticks, see if they can discover a novel antibody out of my spinal fluid. So, at least the people I'm under are thorough. But it's hard to hope when you've had a lot of disappointment in the past. Doctors that have rejected you, people that have thought it was psychiatric. I've been to the psych ward. I'm on an antipsychotic for agitation only. There's a lot of a year ago things were chaotic and scary and disappointing, and now things are more aligning in our favor, and yet for some reason it's very hard for me to be hopeful. And that's because even if there's a 1% chance of failure, my focus is on that 1% chance of failure. It's like if you're walking down a trail and you hear like some bushes brush around to your side. Your first thought is like, it's a bear, it's a cougar, it's something bad. Because that's a good thing. That's a good first thought to have, because that means you'll survive. Or have a chance of survival, because your first instinct is fight or flight, or freeze, as they've added recently. But then it turns out to be the wind, because that's almost 99% chance of being the wind. And so it's like a similar situation where it's like there's this 1% chance of like something going wrong, a disappointment, or things going sideways in ways that I don't expect. Even though I've already had appointments with this person before. And that's what I focus on, because I'm built on fear. Not only because as a human being, that's how you survive, is you have that fight or flight or freeze built in you, but also because of I've had a lot of disappointments with doctors before, where things go positive and then suddenly just kind of poop out. I have no reason to think that about this woman, but it's still scary going into these appointments where I just want a treatment plan. I want to be treated. I feel like I'm at my limit of suffering, and yet I have to keep breathing. You even come to a point where you ask yourself, is it worth it? But then you have to go, well, the suffering I'm experiencing, if I were to, no longer keep going, it would just explode onto everybody that cared about me, worked hard for me, was there for me, flew me to different appointments. My therapist, everybody, they'd all take on the suffering that I had to endure. And is that fair? And I don't think so. And so I take a breath every second. Every 3 seconds I take a breath on average. In and out every day. Every day my heart keeps beating, and every day I keep fighting. And it sucks. It sucks. The first thought I have in the morning is, I really don't want to do this. My brain feels like it's rotting from the inside out. My vision's all distorted and warped. It looks like I'm on a hallucinogen. But then, you gotta then allow yourself hope. Why strangle with this thing of fear and doubt when you could have hope? Because when you fight the pain and the fear and the doubt and all that, you always lose. You never win. Even if the appointment's a flop, guess what? You didn't save yourself that much. You're going to be just as disappointed. And meanwhile, you're all, this is never going to pan out the whole time anyway. Or, my brain just wiped. It's like an Etch-a-Sketch. You just can't win when you fight the pain. It's easy to get caught up in the fight because it's all you know is pain and suffering, and so you just fight against it, and you just fight against it in your own head. When in reality, if you don't fight against it, if you choose hope, and you choose dignity, and you choose to finish strong, however long it takes to finish, it actually becomes less painful. Part of the pain, I feel like I've said this in a video like a year ago, part of the pain is really just a struggle with the pain itself. So being able to let go alleviates it somewhat. It's spring. I'm at my parents' place. It's usually more beautiful than Muddy Hills, but it's probably still quite pretty to you guys. In the summertime, there's usually wheat or some sort of lentil, and that's when it's really pretty. And I have a lot of memories here because this is where I grew up for the most part, from 2001 till 2019. So about almost 2 decades I spent here. So I have memories. Our old house is right across, probably 100 meters from me. A new house, I don't remember when we moved into this, 2011 or something like that. Is 10 meters to my right. I spent 2 decades in this area, just goofing around. I remember I dug a hole as deep as I could when I was 12 over there in there's a little apple orchard. I remember playing paintball out in the fields and throwing dirt clogs at each other, and clogs. When there's no house here, my parents built this house, we'd paintball out here. There'd be a little bunker set up, and people would be in the bunker, and you'd have to sneak up through all this hay and try to sneak in and just brap them, waste them with your paintball guns. Then we spray painted them gold, and then that ate away at every single piece of mechanical function of that paintball gun, because we thought it looked cool, like GoldenEye or something. There used to be a trampoline over at the old house. We'd jump on that all the time and spend the night on the trampoline. It'd be hot in the mornings at 6 a.m., so I'd go inside. And there's a hill right over there where I used to go sledding. I want to be able to love again. I want to be able to live again. I want to play, fight, argue, debate, swim, ski. I want to be able to read a menu at a restaurant like a normal person. Anyway, I don't want to keep going just because I feel obligated to keep going. But I just wanted to talk, so. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.